Shalom to those watching this video. One of our Mexican brothers has some questions as pertaining to Issachar or Yasharal and the link to Mexicans and other Latinos. So what I want to do is expound a little bit on that as well as provide additional information. The name Issachar or Issachar means man of hire. Without a doubt, Mexicans are some of the hardest working people around. Hence the iconic emblem, a donkey, which is a laborious animal. This parallels with Bereshit or Genesis 49:14 through 15. Issachar is a strong donkey crouching down between two burdens, and he saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulders to bear, and became a servant unto forced labor. The Aztecs, or Azteca as known in the Middle Ages, are the ancestors of Mexicans today. When we break down the word Azteca, a Hebrew word, we get as equaling Strong's H227, which is time. And when we break down Teca, we get Strong's 8497, which is to encamp or people of. When these two come together, we get the time people or people of time, which parallels with 1 Chronicles 12:32. And the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Yasharal ought to do. The heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. It is no secret that Issacharites have been known also as the tribe of time. Now, when we look at an outside source, Origins of the American Indians, European Concepts, 1492 to 1729 states on page 86, Balthasar de Mending, in his work Chronicle de la Cente Provenance de San Diego de Mexico of 1682 stated, the Mexicans are originally of the 10 captured tribes by Salamancer and are of the family of Issachar, whom the Indians, referring to the Mexicans, recognize as their special ancestor. But now the question was asked, if Mexicans are descendants of Israel or Yasharal, how did they get over to Mexico and the Americas? The apocryphal book of 2nd Esdras 13:41 through 45. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrats by the narrow passage of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the waters. Still they were passed over. For through the country there was a great way to go, namely 1.5 years, and the same region is called Azareth. This same Azareth has been identified as America according to JewishEncyclopedia.com. This also gives account on how many of the other tribes also migrated together and dropped each other off at various islands and countries prior to the exile of the southern kingdom of Yasharal, African Americans, Haitians, West Indies, and Jamaicans as we know them today. According to the Book of American Holocaust, prior to the settlement of white Spaniards, conquistadors, Portuguese, as well as Killer Columbus, the people in the Americas were of Hebrew descent and spoke Hebrew. That includes Mexico, America, Brazil, Central America, Colombia, and so on. But upon the arrival, they slaughtered many of your people in millions, leaving only a population of thousands. One of the references, as can be stated in this book, is Tehillim or Psalms 137:9. Happy shall he be that takes and dashes your little ones against the stones. In American Holocaust, the settlers would take the babies of the people and smash their heads up against rocks, one of the many demonic things that the settlers would do. Also, according to American Holocaust, many of your populations drop by 70 to 80%. Those who remain mixed with settlers, as did Negroes of the slave trade coming from Africa, but retained more of their features. This can be attributed to the different appearances we have. I say all this to say Black, Latino, and Native Americans are brothers and sisters despite our appearances. We are all sons and daughters, descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the Bible. Now, there's an argument or jealousy from some brothers as to how Latinos or Native Americans fit the curses stated in Deuteronomy 28, but it is clear we are all under the same curses. Devarim, or Deuteronomy 28:30-31. You shall betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. You shall build a house, and you shall not dwell therein. You shall plant a vineyard, and shall not gather the grapes thereof. Your ox shall be slain before your eyes, and you shall not eat thereof. Your donkey shall be violently taken away from before your face, and shall not be restored to you. Your sheep shall be given unto your enemies, and you shall have none to rescue them. In this verse, it clearly speaks about the possessions the people already had being taken away and plundered by the settlers, as pertaining to one of the curses in Deuteronomy 28 along many others. Many of the tribes experienced slavery just as did the Negroes brought to America. However, the only difference aside from our Hawaiian brothers who experienced black birding is they were enslaved in the countries they were already present. That being said, Spain, Portugal, or any other place is not your motherland, just as Africa or the land of Cush is not ours. Yasharal, or Israel, but with larger borders, is our true motherland, and was the inheritance given to our ancestors through Abraham. Originally, you spoke Hebrew before the white settlers forced their language on you, Spanish, Portuguese, and so on, as do we. I speak English, but I'm not from England. I speak the language of my oppressor, as do the rest of the children of Israel. As for the white Jews today in Israel, they are not the chosen people of the Bible, and they are not a part of our people, but are impostors. Revelation 2:9. I know your works, and tribulations, and poverty, but you are rich. And I know the blasphemy of them who say they are Jews, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So to my Latino brothers and sisters, once more, you are the chosen people of Yahuwah, descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the northern kingdom in the Bible. Well, I hope this was insightful. All praise and glory belongs to Yahuwah, and to you, Yahushua HaMashiach, and the Holy Spirit, and to you and yours, Shabbat Shalom.